Hey friends. Today is Saturday, July 3rd, 2021. It's about 7:20 a.m. in the morning. I got my coffee and my Propel. The Propel's for extra sodium. So, what makes let me think of how I should word this or title this. My brain isn't organized yet. It's early. When you have, a chronic condition, like ME, and you live in a state like Florida, one of the states, but particularly Florida, Dysautonomia, and the hurricane season comes. What do? I've lived in Florida since 1995. I was married when we first came here, and actually the first year we lived here, there was a Hurricane Erin, came straight off the ocean, direct hit. It was a Category 1. It was very wet, and friends from the beach side came over with their kids, and we had 8 kids. And me and my father's godson, actually, we were at the stove cooking Italian food. Okay, but as time goes on, I wasn't married anymore, and I was living alone. The disability got worse. So there was Hurricane Floyd in 1999. It sort of passed by the state, and people were driving to Tampa. It was Category 5, actually. And me and my mother and a friend stayed here in the apartment, and it passed by in the ocean. And we went out, found one little store that was open, just to get a few things to eat, because we didn't prepare, so that teaches you, when the hurricane season is here, make sure you're prepared. Don't wait till the storm, because then it's a challenge. The barometric pressure change from the storm will crash you. All right? It will crash you. Fast forward 2004. We actually had 4 hurricanes in Florida here. 2 affected us directly here. Hurricane Francis, Hurricane Jean. Hurricane Francis, about 5 days before I was feeling the barometric pressure change, I was already crashed. I couldn't get out. I think I got myself into the car and got a few things. My ex-husband did give me a few $100s. And one thing about your friends that you know for years online with ME, dysautonomia, you talked more on the phone then. We didn't have the smartphones. You hung out in the chats. You engaged more than you do now. And the night of the hurricane, 2 friends, we were actually on a 3-way call. And they were talking to me until the electricity went out. And then the phone went out. And I had my little radio. I was on the couch. My little radio on my chest. And I'll tell you, it sounded like a freight train out there. The winds were 110, 115 miles an hour. It sounded like a freight train for hours. But I fell asleep with my little radio because I was listening to the talk radio. I like talk radio. And I woke up about 6, 7 in the morning, and the hurricane sort of passed. The winds were about 90 miles an hour. Much better. Much better. And, that was Hurricane Francis. I actually didn't have any shutters on the windows then. I mean, I went through a number of hurricanes without hurricane shutters. Actually, a lot of people in my neighborhood too. Many of us didn't have shutters. So I never had a broken window, thankfully. Here in Florida, the first week of the hurricane season, they have a tax-free week where you can go get all your hurricane supplies tax-free. Your batteries, your water, your lanterns, your candles, everything. So it's always good to have everything ahead of time. Now you have online delivery, grocery delivery, Amazon, a lot of conveniences we didn't have then. There was no grocery or Amazon, no grocery delivery. I mean, you know, talking about tough luck. You think it's tough today? Try doing it, almost 20 years ago. So, anyway, barometric pressure change. I started feeling it yesterday. Even with everything I do, my blood pressure was hanging in the 90s. And I just kept drinking fluids. I took an extra dose of my medicine. But fluids, need a lot of fluids. And, just chill. I'm not sure the way the hurricane's coming. Probably when it gets here, it'll be tropical storm or category 1. And actually last time, I forget which hurricane was last, didn't really lose power. We don't lose power. They rewired after the 2004 hurricanes. Power companies came from Canada, different states. So we seem to be sort of connected to the same grid. There's a college here and all the stores. So we don't lose power for long. I think the longest since then that I lost power was about 18 hours. It's really no big deal. I don't have a generator. What I do is I get a few bags of ice and I pack everything in the freezer. I've never lost food. So, there's ways that you can make it. You just start preparing ahead of time. When my son was here, he bought many cases of water, and I still have about 20 cases of water, believe it or not. So we got plenty of water. And I actually went yesterday and got batteries for my lanterns and flashlight. So, that's how you do it. If you're alone and you're toughing your chronic illness alone, there's more conveniences today to help you. I toughed it alone many years, when something was coming, tough luck. Tough luck, it was up to me. Tough luck. And it's interesting. The hurricanes always seem to come near the end of the month, and I would have $100 left, and I would have just enough money to get what I needed, and I was always grateful, always thankful that it worked out that way, So anyway, friends, I'm going to do my journey here, get back home, have more coffee, and I'll see you on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you are. I'll probably have some photos. I may be posting. Have a great day, friends. I love you. God bless.